Everyone was expecting a Poco F2 around this time of the year. Whether we'll see it or not remains to be seen, but the K20 Pro seems to be the spiritual successor at least and follows a similar mantra with a slight twist. This is Sandeep from Revatlas and here's our review of the Redmi K20 Pro. The Poco F1 focused on only providing what was required and the best at that. The Redmi K20 Pro on the other hand aims at providing everything and the best at that. Poco F1 was a budget flagship with a few trade-offs to meet the pricing requirements, while the K20 Pro is a flagship with seemingly no trade-offs but still managing a similar pricing. In terms of design, the K20 Pro is similar to its more affordable brethren, but it brings in more complexity to its look and form factor. The look is enhanced thanks to a new Aura Prime pattern at the back, which gives the perception of depth and several different color shades depending on the way the light hits the panel. My favorite is the blue color, which also has a similar pattern to the red variant. And the red variant has a slight pinkish hue as it isn't a deep red, and you also have a more subtle black variant which has a Kevlar pattern underneath the back panel. The red variant has a matching red power button, but on the other two variants the power button gives better contrast as it's still in red. The overall form factor is quite compact despite the large screen, and it weighs in at 191 grams, which is quite fine, especially thanks to good weight distribution. It would have been even lighter, but the pop-up selfie camera unit itself weighs in at 13 grams roughly. There's Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the front and back, and the back panel has 3D curve, while the display has 2.5D curved edges. It isn't waterproof, but there's P2I coating which will help you against accidental spills of water. There's a case bundle which is similar to a Mi Mix case, or you can also get different soft touch cases in blue, black or red. The display is a 6.39-inch 19.5:9 Full HD Plus AMOLED unit with 91% screen to body ratio. Looking at the display, you may think that the figure is incorrect compared to some of the other phones with larger bezels and yet quoting higher numbers. That's because the number is more conservative figure. Rather than calculating the edges based on pure surface area of the glass, they're calculating based on the edge to edge, where the visible portion of the phone's body is also taken into consideration, which seems the right way to go about it. The proximity sensor and light sensors are hidden underneath the display itself, just below the earpiece area. The bottom bezel is bigger than the rest of the three sides, and there is no screen bleeding issue to worry about as it's an AMOLED panel, and you'll be happy to know that the phone also doesn't have any touch issues. The display which Xiaomi is calling Horizon display is bright and with good contrast. It performs well indoors and even outdoors under direct sunlight, but the main highlight is the uninterrupted display free of any notches or cutouts. This is due to the elevating front-facing camera which is mechanized. It supports wideband L1 which allows for HD streaming of content over services such as Netflix and Prime, and display also features DC dimming which can be enabled to prevent screen flicker, especially at lower brightness levels. At the back is a triple camera setup, and you'd think that the standalone unit is the primary camera, but that's actually the 2x telephoto camera with 8 megapixels of resolution and f2.4 aperture, while the bottom camera is a 13 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide angle camera with f2.4 aperture and 124.8 degree field of view. The primary camera is a 14 megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor with half-inch sensor size and f1.75 aperture. The phone seems pretty promising in terms of the camera, and it also supports Camera 2 API out of the box, so Gcam mod is supported, and here are some samples from the stock camera as well as the Gcam mod. You can also follow our camera review for the full in-depth analysis. The front-facing camera is a 20 megapixel f2.2 camera housed in a self-elevating module. This camera module has a first that I've not seen on any other phone yet, which is the light. The light illuminates in red color on the red variant and black variant, and in blue for the blue variant. It's meant to be a notification LED light since there's a dot at the top of the phone where the light can shine through, but it can also be used as a reference to show people where they need to be looking when clicking a selfie. It's been tested for 300,000 actuations, which should be good enough for most, and it can use face unlock as well, and face unlock works well and is accurate, but is slower to open and shut compared to some other self-elevating camera modules that we have seen, so you'd be happier and quicker using the in-display fingerprint scanner. It's fast and accurate and is much faster than the S10 Plus, but about the same as the P30 Pro and OnePlus 7 Pro. There are also 4 different animations that you can choose from as well. The K20 Pro comes with Poco launcher on board atop Android 9 Pie, and this could be a subtle hint that the Poco F2 might not come and the K20 series will be replacing the lineup of Poco phones. It's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 octa-core chipset, and you can get it in 6+128 or 8+256GB variants. Whichever one you go for, there's a dual nano SIM support with no scope for memory expansion. Performance is excellent, and we have even compared the same to OnePlus 7 Pro in a speed test and comparison, so you can see who is the winner there. But it's well beyond what we would expect from any device in this price range. There's a game mode as well which goes above and beyond what general game modes do, that is in terms of hiding notification, adjusting brightness, etc., as this will allow you to tweak the touch polling rate, the delay between multiple taps, as well as enhance the visuals too. In terms of connectivities, you get dual band AC Wi-Fi and USB Type-C 2.0 port. The speaker setup is mono but is really loud and would have been great to have a stereo setup, but at least is loud enough. There's an audio jack with excellent quality that provides good dynamic range and volume output as well. There's a 4000 mAh battery on board, which has become sort of a given for most phones in the Redmi series at least, but considering how flagship devices love to suck battery, it definitely helps. I got over 7 hours of screen on time every day with dual SIMs, and earlier I used to carry single SIM on each phone, but thanks to Vodafone's ever so problematic network, I carry 2 SIMs in phones now, and I used to consider any phone with 8 plus hours of screen on time to be excellent. So with 2 SIMs, I think 7 hours is pretty good. The phone charges over USB Type-C and can complete a full charge in 1 hour 20 minutes with the 27W QC 4.0 full charge speed. Please do note that Xiaomi will be providing an 18W charger in the box, but you can use a faster charger to enjoy better charging speeds, and Xiaomi themselves are launching their own 27W charger very soon as well, so you no longer need to search for third-party models to provide the same. Every once in a while, a smartphone comes about and disrupts the market by providing a combination of features that's extremely desirable at a price point which makes it even more desirable. The Redmi K20 Pro is that phone. It has a lot of positives and very few negatives, and if that can be ignored, it makes it the de facto best phone in the market in terms of value for money and performance. There's one question to be answered primarily in terms of how it performs compared to the OnePlus 7 Pro. Do check out our other videos for that answer. Thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe to our channel if you liked it. See you again in the next one.